Hello, in this video we're going to explore the settings in our Google Calendar. Select the cogwheel and select Settings. On the left-hand side you will see General. In General Settings, this is where you can make changes to your overall calendar experience. You have different options here. You have your language and region settings. You can set your time zone and your world clock. You also have event settings, notification settings, your view options, events from Gmail, working hours locations, keyboard shortcuts, offline, and appointment schedule. If I were to select event settings, it will take you to the event settings. Here you can change your default duration, so whenever you create your events, it will either default to 60 minutes or if you select 30 minutes, it will change it to that. Also, you can change the default guest permissions. You can have guests modify events, invite others, or see guest list, or you can uncheck all of them. As well as add invitations to my calendar from everyone, or you have two other options, only if the sender is known or when I respond to invitations in emails. Select the one that you would like. Then we have notification settings. So you can change your notification settings from desktop to alerts or off. For today's video, we will select desktop notifications. Also snooze notifications. You can have play notification sounds or only have notifications if I've responded to any events with a yes or a maybe. You have many view options that you can select. You can show or hide weekends. You can show or decline events, show your week numbers, display shorter events the same size as 30 minutes events. So let's say your event is 15 minutes, it will still show as a 30-minute block. Reduce the brightness of past events, view calendars side by side in day view. You can also start your week on a Sunday or a different day. You have your option to set custom views and also alternate calendars. I encourage you to select and play around with the different view options and see what works best for you. Underneath the general settings, you also have Add Calendar, so you can add calendars as well as import and export a calendar. Now let's move on to settings for my calendars. So these settings will be specific to that calendar. So if I select Staff Calendar, I can get more specific of what I want to do with it. For my access permissions for events, here I can make it public or just to the OCDSB or none at all. If I were to select either of them, you'll have more options that appear. Select the drop-down menu and you will see only free busy or see all event details. These are the only two options that you will have when you select the options for make available for OCDSB or make available to public. And then you have your shared settings. So you can share with a specific people or group. You can add event notifications. You can do all day notifications. And then you have more options for other notifications. For these options, you'll have different settings for them. If you select the drop-down menu beside each of them, you'll have none or email. So for a new event, you can get an email when a new event has been created. Or if the event has been changed, you'll get an email, and so on and so forth. Now let's move on to other calendars. Since other calendars are calendars that you have been invited to, your settings in those calendars will be slightly different. Depending on your permission level, you will see a smaller menu of settings. So if I select a calendar, you will see that my permission settings is anyone can see nothing, you can only see free, busy, or hide. So whoever is the owner of this calendar is only allowing me to see free or busy. There is no details that I can see and I cannot make any changes to any of those calendars. So if I scroll down, I can unsubscribe from the calendar. If I select another calendar, your permission settings are set to anyone can see nothing, but you can see all event details. So that means the person who's created this calendar and has added me to it has allowed me to see all event details. I can still add notifications for any events that have been created on that calendar, or I can receive all day event notifications as well. Beneath that, you will have your other notifications that give you another set of options that you can use. And you can also unsubscribe from the calendar. And these are the settings for the calendars. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.